I'm a big fan of Tabasco though, but I don't see it going into my chi. Is that a thing? I was waiting for the elevator yesterday and the door opened and somebody was coming out and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry." What are you sorry about? There was no Brits surviving the Titanic, obviously, because everybody was after you, so after you. I like the idea that you don't waste time on the letter G. But what?
Have you got a good Cockney accent as well?
No, I'm really...
Mads, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for sitting down with us today, taking on the Joe British citizenship test. What do you think it means to be a true British person?
It's kind of very British to dislike Man United. A little like it's very German to hate Bayern Munich. I'm a Man United. Yeah.
Mads, first task that we have for you today, as you can see laid out in front of you, is everything needed to make a cup of tea, a British staple, the brew. Well, some things might not be there to make a cup of tea as well. Are you a tea drinker yourself?
Not that much. But if I do, it will be probably this one, the mint thingy.
Feel free to make a cup of tea.
Even though that's my favorite, I think we have to go back to the old school, classical Earl Grey stuff. So that's it. I'll go for that one. The Monty Python version. Ding. That I don't believe in. That I don't believe in. English tea. Just like you said, like an afternoon tea or morning tea, whatever. Yeah, you can do it. I'll go for a little milk. I think I've always heard that, like little milk in the tea. I wouldn't do it, but very British. And then I'm not going to pour it until the water's in there.
Why do you think Brits love tea so much?
It's something to do with India, I guess. And they also like a little break, just a little break once in a while. And if it doesn't have to be a pint of beer every single time, just a sip of milk. And that would be it, except for a little squeeze of lemon.
Go for the lemon in your cup of tea.
Wouldn't you do that in England?
Not to my knowledge, not to my knowledge.
All right, I thought I got you there. I failed. Sorry about that. Stir around. Here you go. Bang, bang, bang. And the trick with this one is to leave it on the spoon on the table, like that.
I mean, it's a cracking effort, Mads. It's a cracking effort, but no straining of the tea bag.
No, of course not. You have to, like, if there's a little extra part of you that needs more tea, there's a little left on the table. What's
your drink of choice when you're doing a film like Lion King, because it's voice acting?
Yeah, in that particular situation, it would be tea, actually, with the honey. That would be my choice, just because I am not a voice actor, I'm not a singer. And I tend to get really hoarse really fast. So, I mean, it was a big part. I know I was young, early 80s, like sitting down, having a cup of tea, talking about something profoundly deep. But it's never been on the same scale as in England. In general, I'm not a hot drinker. For me, it's a little like waiting for the elevator. I can't do it. It takes too long. I like to go like that and empty it. I can't wait for that.
How would you rate your tea out of 10?
Oh, you want me to taste it as well?
I think if you want to, you're more than welcome to taste it.
Didn't stay in there too long, did it? Let's see. Maybe a little too much milk. I think 2 more minutes of this will do the trick. Here you go.
You didn't go for the tequila.
This is what we got at 9:30 in the morning. Maybe a little too early, even for a Dane.
So this is a scenario test, Mads. If you pick up the cue card, read it, and then let us know the answers.
Right, so someone's just walked into you and it's their fault. Do you, A, not say anything, B, confront them, C, we all know this is the one, apologize for being an obstacle? I'm not going, but the Brits are going for C, British.
Why do you think British people apologize for everything?
It can be some kind of protection shield. The classic story about there was no Brits surviving the Titanic, obviously, because everybody was after you, so after you. And the Americans all survived, right? I was waiting for the elevator yesterday and the door opened and somebody was coming out and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry." What are you sorry about? It's something you're going out the elevator, right?
How would that scenario go in Denmark?
We're on the ruder side, definitely. All right, next one. A lovely cup of English tea has just been brought to you and you are offered a snack to dunk with. Do you take a Snickers bar, digestive biscuit, a slice of bread? B, digestive biscuit.
Bang on again. British people love their biscuits.
And so do I. I do love digestive as well. And it's funny because I worked as a young little boy, I worked in a supermarket and we had them. They were there. But we didn't know how to pronounce them, so I called them geese. I just took it like the Danish word. Nobody understood what it was. Someone has repeated themselves for the 3rd time and you still can't work out what they're saying. Do you, A, ask them to repeat it again, either laugh or agree and just hope they drop it, turn it on them and accuse them of being rude? The English way is, could be politely ask them to repeat it again. Could also be B. either laugh or agree and just hope they drop it. B is also very Danish. Just like, yeah, there's no reason to waste more time on this and just hope it will pass. I go for B.
Bang on. I love that yours is more of a time saving and
Always like, can't wait for the elevator.
yours is efficiency, ours is, I hope the world swallows me up.
Yeah, because it's an embarrassing situation. We just want to get past that one, right? So I got 3 out of 3 so far.
3 out of 3 so far.
This is the one, right? It snows in the UK. Do we A, put a jacket on and get on with it? Build a snowman and enjoy it? Shut the whole country down and complain? C. And that is actually also happening in Denmark. It's like, yeah, the first little snowflakes and everything comes to a halt.
We assume Denmark could have it on lock for...
Yeah, we're ready. We've got piles of salt and machines everywhere, but every time it happens, it's like, oh my God, gotta stay home for 2 weeks and figure this out. And also the whole thing with the traffic on the highways, it's like a car breaks down, but they don't pull it into the side. They keep it there forever. I don't get it.
There's 4 phonetic English sayings. Try and decipher them and tell me what they mean.
Seems as if it says, have a look. And that could be have a look or I will have a look.
It's not too far away. In this context, I would say, oh, do you have a look?
Did you have a look? No, I got it.
How do you find the English pronunciation sometimes and the British pronunciation of words?
I'm not a specialist at all, but I did grow up with the Monty Pythons. There's a whole lot of different things going on in there. Obviously, they're Oxfordian English, but also all kind of funny Cockney accents and stuff. So we grew up with that, me and my brother, and we knew them by heart. We had no idea what it meant because we didn't speak English. We just copied it, right?
Have you got a favourite British accent that you're a fan of?
There's something about the Cockney accent that just, that is lovely. I like the idea that you don't waste time on the letter T. So it's just water. But what? I like that.
Have you got a good Cockney accent as well?
No, I'm really shit. I mean, I'm pretty good at I can parrot it for a while, but I can't really adapt it into a character, but it just seems fake for me. It takes a couple of lifetimes for me to get different accents.
So no Guy Ritchie call up anytime?
No, but I can be the exotic accent in this film. You know her. You know her.
How do you think you'd use it in a sentence?
How do you know her? Do you know her?
Absolutely bang on. So it'd be, do you know her? Do you know her? You're very good at it.
All right, third one. Yeah, that's tricky though, because it's close to awesome. So it's Justin. Do you have some? Do you have some?
Close, very close.
Say it in a sentence.
Mads Mikkelsen has just made us a lovely cup of tea and I'd go, do you have some?
Did instead of do. Beautiful. But I love it. I mean, also like the way that you make 8 words become 1 word. We do that a lot in Danish.
So to end this British test, Mads, just before we do...
Almost a pass?
I'm going to give you a pass, and for passing the Joe British test, you are now an official Joe British citizen. There is your passport.
Oh. And then I have to listen to the national anthem and do this. And Northern Ireland as well. Got the whole package. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.